Unexpected.
Incoming!
Beginning security control.
We made it! The control room should be ahead somewhere. Touch to the right. Incoming! fast. That was quick.
There you go.
Halt. Sweep.
Oh! Got 'em all. And they go! Incoming!
No, just leave me alone.
sure.
Go away, Phantom! Go away, Phantom! No, just leave me alone! No, just leave me alone! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling... Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my inside. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Open fire. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started.
Assist searching. Halt. Beginning security.
You just gotta leave him there.
Mind
Unexpected.
steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Processing.
Here we go!
Security enforcement.
Woohoo! Nice work! You got him!
What's eating you?
Mr. Beans!
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power Do you understand? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just... That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, in Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's choice. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Really?
What's eating you? The tail. Mechanicals lost their... You mean, why did the Mechanicals go on a murderous ramp? I was on cleaning duty at the...
Hot rolls.
No problem. I'll head over. Be right there.
I don't know how much longer we'll last without power.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
Everybody keeps staring at me. Whoa.
Are you,
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like...
Oh gosh, no,
I seen you wandering around here. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or... Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my... You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data...
Those are good. My dad kept...
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find... No kidding! Look at that! Building a... I appreciate you going through... In fact, I put aside some... Sure! I'd be...
Achoo! Achoo! Mm. Achoo! Achoo! Mm. Yep.
Had your rations yet?
Yep.
Work fortifies the spirit. It's a fine new day and I suppose this means that the greater good can be difficult to determine. Take comfort in the fact that your choices are wonderful. This is fantastic. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! Well, yes. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded... Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator. You have a ship. Perhaps... Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can... I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument. Oh, I'm fairly... Fantastic.
Edgewater's gonna miss you.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. I shall see you on the ship, Captain. I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to
Sure thing. We're pretty good. Everyone all right?
Any luck finding one of those? No kidding. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found 2 whole data pads. Well, don't keep me in. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring? That's a complete set. All 3 parts. Aside from you,
I'm glad we could help, Tom.
I've been saving something for you. Just a... What's on your... Couple months. This camp's my home. I owe them my life. Would have died...
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my... I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in and you tell Reed Thompson that I will... You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of... Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same... Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil... The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my... I have got a means to cure the plague, and My son worked in that cannery. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat, so I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings.
This is a fine day, friend. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over... I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a space... I don't believe you. Play... You are disparaging our parent. We are a Spacer's Choice Salt. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanist couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of him and shut down the greenhouse. You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, no such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls. Or... I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague.
Look at that. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed taught. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must... You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us... You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater.
Sorry. Adelaide said that? Was she sober? Something must have changed in Edgewater.
Never liked Reed much. Can't say I'm sorry he's gone.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the... that's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when... It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of... He's just interested in fixing stuff. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. You mean about the mission being too... I know, but... Real machines have gunked up oil. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's... Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way... Is this your ship? Oh my stars! Oh, gosh. Listen to me back. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but... Well, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But... And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back... Yes! Captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. As always, anything you... Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill... that's what I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion. My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure... I envied that. I wanted that peace. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. Bakono, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to have... All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all... Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
Mushrooms.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low... We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of... The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. And without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is none of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start. Excellent. I'll send her away. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on... Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to... Best used in moderation. When you see guards, maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. A change of clothes. The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and... Science, that... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've... And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you... Make yourself at home, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of... The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some... Alex likely recorded progress notes. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters... I request you do not...
Yeah? Yay.
We've arrived... at Phineas's orbital lab.
Yeah, Jake, be happy.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneous... Right. Welcome to my little, So, welcome. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellows. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. Absolutely. No, and I've been trying very hard.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching. For what it's worth, I am pleased that I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you. Yes, indeed. Well done. What's on your... Oh, goodness, no. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Life outside work? No. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of... To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living. We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good... I was thinking that maybe I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceship. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about something else?
Smells like grease and unwashed. Bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little backbabe rat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't...
Hey, no offense, but I don't think...
Keep talking, Mills. Now's not a good time.
So, go space yourself.
You must really want it trunching through your teeth. Do what you want.
Whatever you heard? I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a... Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's, well, former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship. Captain of the Unreliable. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. Felix Millstone. See you around, Bob.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
We move cargo 16 hours a day. Half of us still can't afford it. Assholes and their big interstellar freighters nearly rammed me on the way in. You ever hard up for work? Try Sublight Salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
Customs and inspection, right this way! Identification. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me... You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker.
Sure did.
Well, welcome to Ground. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be...
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain...
Now, hold on. This isn't the... You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't... Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, It doesn't happen much. The board... If I had to take a guess as to why... You take the starch out of them, well... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to... Is there anything else? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left, make sure you bring an empty belt. You noticed. What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent... All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with... Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges and retaliate. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining op. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion...
The board wouldn't do that.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But
it's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
this is it. Security. I can check the departures register to find out which crew the Scholar, shipped in and out with.
Huh? You ever hard up for work? Try someplace good pay if you're more or less.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar Mc... Allegations includes... Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the... Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. Last tip we got pointed toward you and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall.